Predative verbs. Predative verbs are used when we are talking about past actions. Predative verbs have a different set of conjugations when compared to normal conjugated verbs. Here are the different endings. For regular AR verbs, yo, with the accent mark, tú, haste, ella or usted, o with the accent, nosotros, hamos, ellos, ellas, and ustedes harán. Here are some examples. For nadar, we have yo nade, tú nadaste, nadó, nosotros nadamos, ellos nadaron. For hablar, we have almost the same thing with the same endings. Yo tú haste, él habló, nosotros hablamos, ellos harán. Regular ER and IR verbs also have a different ending. The endings are yo, with an accent on the I, tú, iste, ella, usted, yo with the accent on the O, nosotros, imos, ellos, ellas, or ustedes, hicieron. Here are some examples. Comprender, which ends in ER, in preterite form. This means to understand. Yo comprendí with the accent mark on the I. Tú comprendiste. Comprendió. Nosotros comprendimos. Ellos comprendieron. It is also the same thing for IR verbs, such as permitir. Yo permití with the accent on the I mark. Tú permiste. Permitió with the accent on the O. Nosotros permitimos. Ellos permitieron. Irregular preterite verbs. Irregular verbs in the preterite form do not have the same endings as regular AR, ER, and IR verbs. Here are some examples. We have hacer, which means to do or to make. And you can see how the endings are completely different. Yo hice, tú hiciste, él hizo, nosotros hicimos, ellos hicieron. Ir, which means to go. Yo fui, tú fuiste, él fue, nosotros fuimos, ellos fueron. Ver, which means to see. Yo vi, tú viste, él vio, nosotros vimos, ellos vieron. Estar, which means to be. Yo estuve, tú estuviste, él estuvo, nosotros estuvimos, ellos estuvieron. Poder, which means to be able to. Yo pude, tú pudiste, él pudo, nosotros pudimos, ellos pudieron. These are not all the irregular preterite verbs. These are only some of the main ones that we learn in Spanish. There is no secret to conjugating irregular verbs. Memory is key. Quote Ms. Gonzalez. Verbs ending in car, gar, or zar have different endings in the yo form of preterite. In car, the C turns into a QU, and in gar, the G turns into a GU. In zar, the Z turns into a C. Here are examples. For example, the verb buscar ends in car. Instead of just conjugating it normally to busque, you have to get rid of the C and add a QU and plus the E with the accent. Same with pagar. Ends with gar. So you change the G to GU and then you add the accent to the E. yo almorzar. You change the Z to a C, yo almorcé. Here are some key words that will help you understand when someone is talking in preterite sense. Ayer, which means yesterday. La semana pasado, which means last week. El fin de semana pasado, which means last weekend. El mes pasado, last month. El año pasado, last year. Or anoche, last night. Direct object pronouns, or DOPs for short. Direct objects receive the action of the verb. For example, yo bebí la agua, I drank the water. La agua is a direct object because bebí, drank, is a conjugated verb which directly affects the object. You drink the water. DOPs are used to avoid repeating nouns. For example, instead of saying I drank the water, you could say I drank it if water was referred to in another sentence beforehand. To replace the noun, use the DOPs lo, los, la, or las. Here are the DOPs. For singular, you have lo, which is used in the masculine form, and it means either it, him, or you. La in the feminine form for it, her, and you. For the plural forms, you have los. Los, masculine, and also means them and you. Las is feminine, them and you. DOPs must agree in gender and number with the noun it replaces. Regular DOPs come directly before the conjugated verb. Here's an example. Bebiste la agua, which means did you drink the water? Sí, la bebí. Yes, I drank it. Realize how the direct object, the water or la agua, turns into la or the DOP. The la directly agrees with la agua in gender and number, singular and feminine. Bebí is a conjugated verb. The DOP goes directly before the conjugated verb. Here's another example. Visitaste a tus amigos? Did you visit your friends? Sí, los visité. Yes, I visited them. Tus amigos is masculine and plural, so it goes into los, DOP, and I put it before the conjugated verb, visité. Another example. Compraste el chicle? Did you buy the gum? No, no lo compré. Also means no, I did not buy it. El chicle is masculine and singular, so it turns into lo, DOP, which is also masculine and singular. And it goes before compre, the conjugated verb. DOPs can be placed in two different locations if there is an infinitive plus a conjugated verb in the same sentence. For example, lo quiero ver. This means I want to see it. Realize how there is a DOP, the conjugated verb, plus an infinitive. If you have all three of these in the same sentence, you can convert it into quiero verlo. The DOP can be attached to the end of the infinitive. Both of these sentences mean I want to see it. The it is an object that is referred to a past sentence. Another example. Lo debemos comprar, which means to, we should buy it. The lo moves all the way to the end of the infinitive, turning into debemos comprarlo. It also means we should buy it. Both methods are correct and mean the exactly same thing. Neither are superior to another.